Hello everyone, today I'm going to be filming my everyday makeup tutorial. Sorry it's been a while since I've talked to you guys, but I'm now back and ready to talk to you. First I am priming my face with the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. Next I am using the new Maybelline New York Dream Velvet Foundation. It is the Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation in the shade 15 Ivory. And then I'm using my Real Techniques Beauty Blender to blend that out. And my Beauty Blender is very dirty because I had used it that morning and then I had also used it the day before. Next, I used my Maybelline New York Instant Age Rewind Treatment Concealer. And I just put that on my nose and kind of under my eyes and then a little on my forehead. And I also put some on my chin. Next I'm using the Maybelline New York Fit Me Concealer in the shade Fair, which is number 15. And I'm just making triangles under my eyes. And then I am also blending that out with my Beauty Blender. This makes me look a lot more awake, that's why I like to do that. And then also, you'll see in a minute right here, I put a streak on my nose. This is because I have extra redness on that part of my nose. Next, I'm using my Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder in the shade Translucent Extra Coverage. And I'm just going to be baking with that and putting it under my eyes, and I was too lazy to go and grab my brush from the other room, so I just used my fingers. And I put that under my eyes, on my nose, and on my chin. And the next, in the beginning I forgot to put on chapstick, so that's what I did. Then I took this Jordana Fabubrow eyebrow pencil in the shade Medium Brown. And first I fixed my eyebrows and then colored them in, and then I put on some e.l.f. eyelid primer. And yes, I'm aware my eyebrows are two different shapes. I didn't do a very good job at fixing them. Next, the two eyeshadow palettes I'm going to be using is the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette, and I'm just going to be taking the shade Silk Teddy and putting that all over my lids. Next I am taking Push Up and I'm putting that in my crease. Next, I'm going to be taking my Wet n Wild Au Naturel palette in the shade Nude Awakening, and I just took one of the random colors and did a little bit more. Next, I'm going to be wiping the powder that I put on my face off, and this, you see, just makes me look much more awake, and it makes my face look a lot brighter. Next, I'm using the e.l.f. Eyebrow and Mascara Clear. Yeah, it's in the shade Clear. And then I ended up taking my shadow eyes back out and using one of the darker shades and putting that on my lower lash line. Next, I'm taking the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara and putting that all over my eyelashes. Next, I am taking the Wet n Wild contouring palette, and that is in the shade Caramel Toffee, and I took the more banana shade and put it under my eyes. That makes me also look more awake. And then I took the CoverGirl Clump Crusher mascara and put that on my lower lashes. And then I just took my Coty Airspun loose powder once again and applied that all over my face just to be sure that I stayed matte all day. Next, I'm taking the Wet n Wild blush in the shade Heather Silk, and I'm putting that on the apples of my cheeks. Then I'm taking the e.l.f. Shimmering Facial Whip in the shade Lilac Petal, and I'm applying that to the tops of my cheeks. And then I took the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Illuminating Palette in the shade Catwalk Pink and just put that on my cheeks. And then next I'm taking my favorite lipstick, which is Wet n Wild in the shade Wine Room. Then I took my Coty Airspun powder once again, and I took a brush and I just applied some of it to my lips. This will make the lipstick become matte and stay all day. I will say this lipstick does end up becoming matte towards the end of the day if you don't put the powder on. Alright, and that is the end of this video. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. See you next week.